Your first day in real estate, episode 140. It's door knocking time, people. This is your first day in real estate, and I am your real estate sales trainer and coach, James Festini. And this is the program that's going to teach you how to sell more real estate in less time. Now, I've been doing this as a top producer for 20 years and counting, and there's one thing I know for sure. There is no deal fairy leaving transactions under our pillow at night. We got to wake up every day with the drive and ambition of a brand new agent, and with that kind of tenacity and excitement, we will succeed. So today is your first day in real estate. Welcome back. You're listening to Your First Day in Real Estate, or watching Your First Day in Real Estate. I am your host, James Festini. And, well, let's start by saying thank you for going to iTunes and give me the positive review. For those of you who haven't, you should be. And for those of you who have, thank you very much. And, well, if you ever have any questions or feedback about the show, you can always find me wherever you want, James Festini, Twitter, Facebook, wherever. Just find me, email me, text me, whatever works for you. On with the show. We got a lot to talk about. And, well, it starts by talking about door knocking time, people. It is now, daylight savings has changed, and we are now, we're brand new, baby. I have been waiting for this for 4 months. You see, I've never in 20 years really paid attention, or 21 years, did the whole door knocking thing. I just never really got attached to it. And I'd say 2 seasons ago, I got into it, and it really helped my career get back on track. And last year, I really made a name for myself, a niche, I'd say, in the online communities as the door knock guy. I like to door knock, and it works. It's effective. So last year, I took it into the next level and just started creating all sorts of audio and really taking this seriously and doing a lot of analysis and investigation as to the details of this door knocking phenomenon that I'm so getting better at. So here's the deal. Now we are just going to go right to, well, this will probably be the one that you've been waiting for. If you guys are curious about the door knocking arena, what it is that I do, what it is that I say, I'm going to go into some scripts and dialogues, and we will go from there and put together a decent dialogue. For those of you who are watching the video, thank you for watching it through YouTube or yourfirstdayinrealestate.com. But for those of you guys listening, you're not going to see a lot of the stuff I'm holding up on camera. So you might want to go to the YouTube channel or to my website and, well, yeah, go to yourfirstdayinrealestate.com. That's probably where I want you to see this. And watch the video, because I'm going to be holding up a lot of things and doing a lot of physical body language demonstration. And we got a very short time to do this and a lot of territory to cover. So let's get started. First, what do I do when I'm about to door knock? The first step is that I will go into the MLS. Well, there's two pieces of propaganda. We're going to start working on our propaganda, not paraphernalia. I think that's a little different. Propaganda. We're going to work on our propaganda and getting that set up first. Well, how are we going to do that? Well, let me grab my map. Believe it or not, I actually had to order an old school Thomas Brothers map. They don't exist anymore in like Staples. You can't find maps, like street maps. Go figure. So I got my detailed breakdown of my street maps here, and I identify the territory. I would say for a good, decent door knocking campaign, I would want to make it worth your while. So here's how it's got to work. It's got to be your farm. Your farm should be anywhere from, I'd say, about 1,000 doors. But you don't only want just one farm. You probably want 2 or 3. Because if you have 1,000 to 1,500 doors and you're knocking them from 5 p.m. to sundown, you're going to run out of doors pretty soon. And you're going to want to come in and knock on these doors every 3 months or so, every 3 to 6 months, at least twice a year, be knocking on the same door in the springtime and in the fall. And that's really how you space them out. Otherwise, you're going to be killing yourself knocking on the same doors, too soon after they open. Anyhow, next, what do we want to do? We want to identify the territory. We want to kind of get an idea of how big that territory is. There are different places where you can find that out. I believe through the post office online, you can probably do like a mailer. If you go to the postoffice.com, I don't think that's the exact website, but if you go there and you do like the bulk mailing zip code, or you set up some sort of campaign, they have some technology on there where you can map out, if you're about to mail to a certain neighborhood, you can actually map it out, and it'll tell you how many residents there are there. They won't give you names or addresses, I don't believe, but it will definitely tell you a rough estimate of how many people and how much it'll cost to mail there. Well, we're not mailing, but you want to get an idea of how many people are in the neighborhood. You can get with your title company, perhaps they'll do it for you, but you find out who it is. Okay, we're past that now. 1,500 people, one neighborhood, and we're going to hit them. Next thing we're going to want to do is 2 things. Are we on the cheap, or are we going to spend some money? If we're doing this on the cheap, right, we got no money. We're just starting out. It's your first day in real estate. We're going to go ahead and you'll probably want, obviously, you're going to have your business cards, I hope, by the time you start your first day. But you're going to want to have your propaganda lined up. So I get these cool little postcards from the company. I mean, they're literally like most companies should provide these for you, if not the title company. And what I'm doing is I'm holding up a little door hanger, and these are kind of nice. The company gives them to us for free because no one uses them. I'm probably the only one who takes them and actually uses them. What I've done is I have taken these door hangers. Now, what you want to do is, if you're a little bit on the cheap but not really cheap, what you can do is go out and buy some. Again, going with my video crowd, you're going to want to buy some labels. These are the 2 labels I've purchased. You can buy these labels. The Staples is where I went and got mine. They're 4 by 2 inches. You get the right size. And here's what I've done. I have created the sticker, the label that I'm going to stick onto the documents or the door hangers. I'm looking around here. I'm not even making eye contact. I'm looking around here. And what you want to do, I'll show you. You got to see it. Got to see it to believe it. So hopefully you're watching the video. The door hanger here, right? It's a standard template, just listed, just sold. I just happen to have sold one in that neighborhood, so I'm doing this just listed, just sold type of thing. Now what I do is I went in and created a bunch of these little labels. I mean, super cheap. The box is like $30 for 1,000, I think it is. But that's cheap. You print a bunch of these business cards. Take the label, and here's what I'm getting with this whole cheap on the cheap. You buy some of these. You go online and buy them. Well, we're door knocking today, so you might not have time to go online. But let's say you get some of these door hanger things. What I'll do is where my business card gets stuck, I stick my sticker on there. So that way you can update your information. You can have you don't have to actually stick your business cards. It's a little bit faster to prepare. And then with my second set of labels, let's see if I have some of those. All right, my second set of labels, I don't think I have any printed though. No, but my second set of labels that I make are the Staples 4-inch by 1-inch. What that does is that I'll stick then the address up on top, on the top section. So you see what I'm making? I'm creating a custom piece that I can buy these, if the company didn't give them to me, I can buy these door hangers in bulk, and that they're going to be a standard template. It doesn't matter what the standard template is. You can use the Market is Hot campaign on the header at the top, one little clean picture, and down here, if you have thought about selling your home or would like to find out what it's worth on today's market, call today for a free market analysis. You stick your card, you get the door hanger. Now, good. Ready to go? Ready. Done. Done. Now, we've got our door hangers. Are we going to hit the street right now? No. We got to download the app. Oh, boys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're going to be very excited. I've been talking to the people at iCanvas. Trey, he's awesome. I've been talking to them, and in the next couple of weeks, it's mind-boggling how much he's invested. Since I suggested these suggestions, he's invested in developing this application for real estate agents. Ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be even better. Now, what's going to happen is they're going to create an application. They're going to improve on the application. The app is iCanvas. You can get it on the iPhone, and you can get it on the Android systems, iOS or Android, or even iPad. What it is a door knocking app that will open up here, and they'll use your GPS location to find out what front door you're at. And it'll say, you are at 123 Main Street. Is this a lead or not? No? Boom. It's not a lead. Next door, walk up, locate me. Is it a lead or not? Boom, no. Okay, so as you're knocking on the door, it's going to create a dialogue to find out, is it or is it not? But the new development, he was telling me a little bit about it, so I'm really excited. And he said, James, don't do a podcast on this yet because I really want to get into it. So we'll have him on the show in the next couple of weeks. But I believe it's going to integrate with maybe prices of homes, but definitely it's going to have names of the addresses. It's going to cross-reference that kind of stuff. And you're going to be able to import your database. Well, if it's in a CSV so your contact database, you'll be able to import it into the software so that it'll have information based on your database. So, for example, on mine with Top Producer, I'll export my database, and I won't be knocking on doors without knowing. Maybe they're one of my leads already from a cold caller or sphere of influence, and I don't know it. But when I get up there, it's going to have some sort of dialogue. I'm telling you, I hope it's what I think it is. It'll tell you that there's, the name, the number, and it'll synchronize with your database or emerge with your database so that you can see if you're knocking on John Smith's door, who you actually called John Smith, or he's an expired. I mean, for sale by owner. I mean, a cold call. I mean, all these things. Could you imagine having that knowledge instead of just walking up blind? Holy cow, I can't wait. But let's get back to it. Still as it develops right now, it is the iCanvas app. And so for the video crew, I'm going to try to show you what happens with the iCanvas. You open it up, iCanvas, you do your little login. And as soon as you log in, there's going to be a tap to locate screen. Can you see that on the screen here? Sorry, audio crowd. Tap to locate. You locate. And there it is. It's not necessarily my address because I'm not at my front door. I'm more towards the back house, but it's identifying the house behind me. All right, so you're at the front door. You say, hi, I'm going to go into the scripts and dialogues in a second. You say, hello, and I'm not interested, not interested. Scroll down here and accept and hit locate again. Accept, locate, accept, locate. And what it'll do is it'll create a cool little map at the end of the day. It'll tell you how many doors you've knocked. It'll plot these cool little pin maps on your farm that'll show you where you've been, and you can go back through the history. And it's kind of like a cool little record tracker. I like little graphics, so I even like to cut and paste it onto my social network and then say, hey, out there working the fields, hey, save me some time walking on the streets. If anybody you guys know who's thinking of selling, I'm actually out on the street. Buyers, they love it. You can tell your buyers that, hey, I'm going door to door looking. Trust me, they're going to love you for this. 100 miles an hour on this episode because I've got a lot to squeeze in. We're 10, 11 minutes into it, and I haven't even touched the door, have I? All right, so I grab a stack. Here's how I roll with it. Here's what I have in my hand. A suit on my body, clean shave, ready to go. I have a suit. Or I have just a golf shirt, a nice clean golf shirt. Ladies, just a nice, simple. Don't make it scuzzy. No jeans. No jeans. Slacks. Dress. Dress nice. Dress for success. Look good. All right? Nothing with anything other than your logo on it. Be known of who you are. Be proud of it because they're going to identify you at the door. And if you don't have any kind of apparel with a logo, go get yourself a nice oversized badge or embroider your shirts. I got nice golf shirts that I've embroidered. I embroider everything I got because I'm a pimp that way. Anyhow, I get this is what I have in my hand. I should show you my pepper spray. I do carry pepper spray. So anyhow, I don't have the one because it's in my car. I should have shown it. But I would recommend that you ask me about it. But there's a running pepper spray. And what it is, if you can see the video crowd, it's a little palm held. The one that I have in particular, and I'll rig it so it kind of looks like it. I'll make it look like it. Okay, for the video crowd, it's a little strap thing, okay, and it's like a palm-sized pepper spray. And what that does is it holds it in your hand, ready to shoot. If it hits the fan, you're ready to rock and roll. Done. That's my pepper spray. All right, so I have that in my hand, and in the same hand, under my little pepper spray, I got my smartphone in my left hand. So you see, little pepper spray under the palm, nice and concealed, not threatening. I got my phone, and that's it. On my head, I have my Bluetooth headphone because I'm listening to a podcast while I'm door knocking. I'm listening to all sorts of really great content, and I'm educating myself in the real estate field and marketing and all that stuff. It's in my ears, so I'm listening. It's on my phone. I'm listening. Dude, how much more can you get out of it? 2 for 1. No, 3 for 1. You're learning. You're making money. You're getting yourself out in the business and marketing, and you're losing weight. You're getting exercise. Dude, sign me up. All right. Ow! I just poked myself with my pen. Whew, I'm going too fast. I'll slow down. No, I won't. Okay, so I get this, and what I'll have is a little stack of business cards in one pocket, maybe 5 or 6. I mean, you really don't hand out business cards. People don't do that because you got it on there. 100 doors, you might hand out 10. So don't weigh yourself down with that. But what I will do is I'll get in the car, and I will count out 50 of these because for some reason my butt's big enough to stuff 50 of these in my back pocket. If your butt is smaller, then count 25. But my pocket can handle these 4x6 or 3x5 or whatever this dimension is. I think it's more like 4. And so I'll take a stack of these door hangers, and I kid you not, I will shove them in my back pocket. So I'm totally hands-free walking. As I walk up to a door, you ready? Here's the deal. I'll try to do this as I'm videotaping, and so you can see and hear. Have this in my pocket, right? So here's what I do. I'm walking up to the door, and Make sure you look up because sometimes there's dogs in the patio. You walk up to the door. You see there's not any no soliciting signs. If there is a no soliciting sign, I leave my stuff, but I don't knock on the door. Maybe some gray area as to whether that's soliciting or not, but I'll leave my stuff, but I won't knock on the door. Some people are crazy enough to knock on the door and pretend they don't see it. I'm not that crazy. I don't go there. So here's what I do. I walk up to the door. I stick my stuff right there, hang it up, boom, done. Ring the bell. Did you see the pattern? Let me repeat that for those of you guys who aren't following my program. Pull it out of my back pocket, hang it on the door, ring the bell. Not ring the bell, pull it out of my pocket. Because you ring the bell, you pull it out of your pocket, they're going to see you jiggling their front door. They're going to see you dropping stuff on their front. Not cool. You want to actually kind of sneak up because it's, you got to leave that stuff. Put it on the door, boom. Ring the bell. And as I'm ringing the bell for the video crowd, bing bong, I back up. I don't turn my back because it looks a little weird if they actually are near enough to the door where they see you walking away. They like ding dong ditch them, or who is this, the creeper? I take a couple big steps back. My personal space is, well, where they can see me. It's probably about 15 feet back where they can hear me, depending on the angle. There's different angles on houses. The neighborhood I'm doing right now, you can't take can't go back 15 feet because they won't see you. It's kind of like a little wall there. So 10, 15 feet back, make sure you're far enough away where you're non-threatening. They can see your whole body. They can see your logo. Here's what you do. Ready? Here we're going to go into the scripts, and I'm going to do a little ventriloquism for you. For your listening pleasure, James provides ventriloquist technique. All right. I will be playing the role of the door answerer and the real estate agent, and I hope you can tell the difference when I do this. I'm walking up, and I'll narrate too. Walking up, leave it on the door, ring the doorbell, take a few steps back. Hello? Hi, I'm James with Century 21, and I was just wondering if you were thinking of selling your house. No. Well, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Walk away. How easy was that? Now, sometimes I'll say, here we go, another role play. Hi, I'm James. Oh, here we go. Make sure we do it from the beginning. Walk up, hanging on the door, ring the bell, take 10 paces back or 5 paces back. Hi, I'm James with Century 21. How are you? Great, thank you. I was actually just wondering if you had any interest in selling your house. No? Well, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Oh, don't take your stuff. In my video, I was taking my stuff, but I'm shooting the next scene. That was cut. All right, so we go to the next door. We leave our propaganda. That's also the thing, too, is when you ring the doorbell, you're not picking that up again. If they say no, don't get it. Don't get it. Don't pick it up off the floor. Just say thank you very much, walk away, and pretend like you never saw the propaganda there. They'll probably, 1 out of 10 times, you'll hear them, like, reaching down, picking it up. Sometimes out of the corner of your eye, you'll see them read it. Maybe once in a while, they'll be like, oh, is this you? Be like, yeah. Well, if you have any questions or any real estate assistant, sorry, I busted into a script. Ding dong. They'll say, hey, is this you? Yeah. Hey. If you have any assistance or you know of anyone, there's my card. Give me a call. Don't take it back. Don't let them hand it to you. Let them rip it up and throw it at you before you hand it back. That's what you're there for. Leave it on the doorstep. Let's just go right to the door. Walk up to the door, put it in my back pocket. Walk up, ring the bell. Oh, I forgot to tell you, ring the bell. Let's take a few steps back. And as you're stepping back, it's going to take a couple seconds. I'm locating, and I'm making sure I'm locating the destination on my iCanvas app. So I'm locating myself just to make sure it's working all right. Anyhow, they open the door and they say hello. And I say, hi, my name is James. I'm with Century 21, and I was wondering if you had any interest in selling your house. Well, not right now. Oh, well, do you think maybe later down the road? Now, if you're watching the video, you'd see my maybe later is a little, there's a body language involved in knocking on the door. You got to be pretty, what's the word? Not slick. Suave? No, that's not suave either. I don't know what the word is. Smooth is kind of what it is. You got to be very casual, very approachable, very inquisitive when it comes to the question. Well, do you think maybe later down the road you'd reconsider? And if they say no, oh, well, thank you very much and have a nice day. Okay, it's all in the language. So as we're walking up to the door, we've always got to make sure that we're prepared, that we're aware of our surroundings, that we know the market, we know the comps, we know the information, because sometimes they will ask a question, sometimes they will be interested. So what happens when they're interested? You go walking up to the door, you put it on the door hanger, you put your door hanger down or your card down, ring the doorbell, take a few steps back, locate the app. There, it's locating. Oh, hi, my name is James. I'm with Century 21, and I was wondering if you had any interest in selling your house. Well, actually, yes, I am. Oh, well, great. Have you had any conversations with agents, or are you guys looking to find out what the place might be worth? Where are you at in the process? I mean, what you ask then is really just going to be, you see how, like, it's never really the same. I mean, sometimes it depends on their approach, their body language, but most of the time I will just go right into, hey, well, do you have any idea how much it's worth? If they say yes, well, great. When do you think you plan on moving? Because you want to know, do they know? Are they educating themselves? And if they are, how are they educating themselves? Are they getting an agent, or are they getting estimates online? And then you want to know when. Oh, wow, really? You're thinking of selling? Well, I was just curious. Do you have any idea how much the place might be worth? Well, no, we kind of looked on Zillow and it says it's worth $20 million, but I think it's more like, I don't know, 200. Oh, well, you know, I wouldn't mind putting together some information. I mean, obviously, I'm here going door to door. This is a script, by the way. Obviously, I'm here going door to door, and I'd like to put together the information. It's not a problem, no obligation, but if you don't mind, I'd like to take a look at it. And they're like, well, I don't know, say, where's my phone? I'm actually busting into the script here as I'm on my phone. Where's my phone? Anyhow, at that point, I'd be pulling out my phone and saying, yeah, no problem. I'll just put together your information real quick. I can email it to you. How's that? What's your email address? Be like, oh, okay. And this is all right. No problem. Yeah, I'll send that out tonight. And well, if you have any questions on that, give me a call. Otherwise, I'll be around. And play it off like you're not hungry after a bone. Don't let them see you're out there, hustling. Just play it cool. Like that's what you're doing. That's what you're there for, to provide that service. And, you go with that. But as you're walking away or as you're talking, oh, by the way, what's your number in case I need to reach you? Oh, okay, boom. You write down the number. Excellent. By the way, have you done any improvements on the house? Do you have a pool? Is there something that makes you totally different from the rest of the guys? Oh, well, as a matter of fact, it's this or it's that. And then you'll be able to find out the information as far as what it's worth and all. All right, for those of you watching the video, you'll see, man, my eyes are wandering everywhere. I got a pool guy. I got my kid at home. My studio, my phone got lost. For the audio crowd, it's just business as usual. I gotta love trying to do this live and on video. So anyhow, where were we? Okay, we were knocking at the door. We're leaving our propaganda. I would like to add a side note about the whole writing of the notes thing and where you're gonna put it. In my opinion, the way you should be doing it when I have an iPhone, when I used to have the iPhone, is that you want to put it in the notes. You want to have your note app ready to go and get familiar with it. It's pretty actually no-brainer. But what you want to do is you'll have your note application. So when they say, yeah, actually I am interested in selling, say, okay, well, hey, do you mind if I keep in touch? I'd like to give you an idea of what the house is worth, and maybe later down the road I can help. Whatever scripts and dialogues you're using that I've told you, before in other episodes, whatever flows best off your tongue. And so what we'll do is we will take their name, try to get their name, their email address, and their phone number. Don't ask them about the address because you're standing there. You're going to look like a ding-dong. What else do you want to do? Okay, and make sure that you get them into your contact management software. You're going to want to make sure that you follow up accordingly. Make sure that once you tell them that you're going to put a CMA together, you're going to do a market analysis, you're going to give them information, make sure that you follow up on it. It was just, it was just so amazing when you see some of these people spend all this money on marketing and putting their name out there and putting their phone number on billboards and business cards and websites. But when the moment of contact, where the point of the lead reaches out to you and you don't answer the phone or you don't perform, what the hell are you out there doing all this door knocking for if you're not going to go? You're out there to find leads. Now, what do I recommend? Again, before I told you with regards to the time on door knocking, you door knock as much as you can whenever you can. But my strongest suggestion has always been call in the morning because there's less people at home. You get to travel faster by phone. Call all day. I mean, in the perfect day, you call from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and then at 5 p.m. you go out and door knock. If you want to leave it a little bit earlier, maybe 4:30. I like daylight savings time because the 5 o'clock hour, that's for me. This is where you're really going to want to take advantage of the timing. When do you want to start? When do you want to stop? Well, you want to start 5 o'clock. I mean, that's a really good time. Be ready with your shoes tied, ready to rock and roll. And when do you want to stop? My personal rule of thumb is when the street lights kick on. Last night, well, Monday night, the street lights kicked on at 7:04. Last night they kicked on at 7:05, 7:06. So I can tell that it's getting later and later. However, once it gets to a certain point where it's 8 o'clock and the street lights aren't on, I'll stop at 8. That's my cutoff. So 5 till the sun goes down, 5 till the street lights kick on. When the street lights are on, it's too dark. Well, it's almost too dark. And that's just my personal feeling. Now, finally, what should you be wearing? Again, embroidered suits. I honest to goodness, people, I wear black running shoes. Although I'll wear professional slacks, I'm wearing sneakers, but they're black, so it doesn't look like sneakers really. It kind of looks more like a dress shoe, but it's a black sneaker. I wear black sneakers, Nike style sneakers. I wear comfortable socks, preferably wool versus cotton, because cotton seems to have a little more friction going on, and obviously you don't want to have any blisters from doing this, because then you'll be shut down the next day, and that's totally lame. If you happen to do get blisters real easy, I'm not kidding. The walking shoes I have right now, I bought the wrong walking shoes. They're Nike something, but they're walking shoes, and they hit me in a funny spot. And so I literally, honestly, people, TMI, I put a Band-Aid on both my pinky toes before I go out door knocking every night. What's it worth? A Band-Aid, put it on my toe, get out there and hit the streets, power through it. A little more TMI, too much information. I wear, what do you call them? Athletic shorts. You know, I call them runderwear is what I call it. But they're, it's kind of like the moisture wicking, the slick stuff. You wear the stuff that a runner or an athlete would wear under their shorts because the friction and just it's just the friction. You know, if you're walking for a long time, if you're wearing cotton underwear or women, I don't know what women, I guess women, whatever. I'm not going there. I do know what they wear, by the way. But if for women, same thing. Wear what they call like the Under Armour type of stuff. You know what I'm talking about. It's a whole different material. It's not cotton. It's polyester, I want to say, maybe. But it's moisture wicking, like Moisture Cool. I picked mine up at Target. Super long. I don't wear briefs. I know it's TMI, but it's the body. The human body will work this way. Obviously deodorant, cologne, stuff like that. Make sure you're clean shaven. And what I usually do is I'll freeze a half a bottle of water in the morning. And what I'll do is I'll fill it up with water so that there's half a block of frozen water at the bottom and fresh water on top. And I'll leave it in my car. And so before I go out, make sure you do your number 1, number 2, so you don't have to stop in the middle. And you slug down some of the water. Get yourself nice and hydrated. You don't want to black out in the middle of the street. Get yourself nice and hydrated. I usually take a Red Bull or an energy shot. I'm cool with that. Make sure all your stuff is charged up, ready to go. Make sure you got a good clean, good clean charge on your phone, a good clean charge on your pepper spray. I mean, if it's older than a year, I hear, or a year or two, update. It's like $10, $15. Don't go out there with bad pepper spray, get attacked by a dog. I'm not doing it because I'm worried about people. One last thing, ladies versus gentlemen. Ladies, oh man, door knocking, I'd be scared out of my wits if my wife was going door to door. So I feel for you in that sense, but be protected, be aware, knock in decent neighborhoods. Don't pick a farm where you worry about going door knocking. Find a nice area. I don't feel threatened, but there are some times where I do have to question, what if a dog charges? If you hear dogs barking at the front door, take 15 steps back rather than 10. Be prepared. Throw your phone and shoot the pepper spray, but make sure you're running as you're shooting it. Don't stand in their front porch and spray them or their dogs. You might get in trouble because you're on their property and that's their property. But make sure you're ready. Be very ready and be very safe. Door knocking should not be something to be afraid of. You should not be worried of the rejection. I mean, I had one guy roll his eyes at me yesterday. Big deal. He rolls his eyes. Big deal. I had one guy, one out of maybe 1,000 doors, slam the door. But it wasn't like in my face. It was kind of a side door, so I was half offended. But it's not you. It's them. It's not that they don't want, that you have a problem or that you're ugly or you're stupid. It has to do with them not needing your services and you're interrupting them. But for the most part, ladies and gentlemen, people are very, very nice and courteous. I go to doors where people will engage. I'm telling you, yesterday I got a seller lead. She invited me into her house, a complete stranger. I'm walking into her house. She's showing me her kitchen, introducing me to her dogs, asking me if I want a cup of water. I'm telling you, people will do that. People will be on their driveway. They'll be drinking a beer. Here's another side note, just as these things are flowing out of my head. If they're on their driveway, stop at the sidewalk. Don't step up on their driveway. If they're right there and they're within shouting, not shouting, but like, elevated voice distance, just say, "Excuse me, I'm James with Century 21. I was just wondering if you had any interest in selling your house." No? Oh, well, thank you very much. You're not going to get a chance to leave your propaganda. Make sure you mark it on the iCanvas app so you count it as one of your hits, one of your 100 in the day. Make sure that you're doing these things so that you have the proper protection. But don't go up on their driveway if they're obviously not approachable. Yesterday I scared the heck out of a lady because she was just coming out of her house and I was just going up. Be aware of that. I mean, if you see someone walking out of their driveway looking down, don't get all charged up in them. You might get pepper sprayed yourself. Be very, very hypersensitive and very aware of the surroundings and make sure that you do it safe. But ladies and gentlemen, for the most part, this is probably the most effective thing you can do. People ask me, "James, I don't have any money. What can I do? I want to make money right now in real estate. What can I do today?" You know what you can do today? The simplest thing you can do, your business card. Or print out a piece of paper, a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper with some comps and some quickie information. I mean, ask me to print. But your business card is all you really need. All you need is your business card. Even leaving these flyers, 99.9% of the time, it's garbage. All you need is your business card. Go up, knock on, go up, leave your business card on the door, or pinch it in the side, do whatever. Leave your business card on the doorstep. If you don't want to spend money on marketing or advertising, get a bigger business card, 3 by 5, bring it up a little bit, just a big fat business card. Leave it on the front door, stick it in the doorways to, put it in the plant, leave it on the bench or the table or whatever. And then when you get up there, put your card down on the table, ring the doorbell, take a few steps back, ask them if they have any interest in selling their house. They say, "No, thank you very much," walk away. That's all. A stack of business cards. You don't need the smartphone. You don't need anything. I do recommend the pepper spray though. I wouldn't go to your home without it. All right. So that's what I want to say to you guys. Hopefully, thank you, because you will be leaving comments, because this is probably one of those episodes that you will want to hear and really absorb. And more importantly, if you have a broker or if you have a manager, you need to let them know about this. Don't worry about sharing this with your friends and colleagues. They're not going to do it. Okay? 99.999% of the people who hear me speak will never do it. So don't worry about sharing this with someone. But if you could, share it. Share it. Tell your manager. Tell your broker. And honestly, if you're in Southern California, I've been thinking about this. I'll make an appearance at your office. I'm not sure about the how much you got to pay me and all that stuff. Right now, it's just buying me lunch. But I'm sure you have to buy a little bit more. But just make sure that if you're in Southern California, reach out to me. Tell your broker office manager, say, "Hey, I got this guy, watches YouTube videos. He's totally approachable, totally available, and he's for hire." And have me come out to you, and I will be glad to do like a one-day session at your place. But you know what? Ain't nobody got time for that. I got to knock on doors. I'm working with buyers. I'm working with sellers. I got 4 kids. I got a mortgage. I got dogs, and the pool heater's going out. I got to go, people. But please make sure that you leave a comment on YouTube or iTunes, wherever it is that you need to go. The 2 places I love the most is give me feedback, give me dialogue in iTunes or in YouTube. And that's all I really need. I do have plans, and I have been posting more often to the Facebook page. So if you want to find it on Facebook, if you're a Facebook person, the Facebook site, Your First Day in Real Estate, I kind of post in there. So, last night I went door knocking, and I posted a little, "Hey, I just went door knocking, got 2 leads. I shared it, not in my public page, but on that page, so that the people who do follow me there kind of know that I'm really walking the walk and I'm talking the talk. Whew, was this a long-winded one? I hope you appreciate it, and I hope you share. Thank you very much, and get back to work. This episode is brought to you by Mojo Selling Solutions, the triple automated dialer I will not live without. The potential of being able to call more people in less time is how you will succeed, so go to mojosales.com. Also, this episode is brought to you by Land Voice. They will give you your for sale by owners and expireds into your inbox every day, washed to the do not call list. They're the low-hanging fruit, people. Get with the Land Voice. Go to yourfirstdayinrealestate.com on the right-hand side and sign up. And also, this is brought to you by Top Producer, simply the best contact management software for real estate agents. Go to Your First Day in Real Estate on the right-hand side and make sure that you sign up and get yourself back to work.